So things are starting to get a little crazy around here. It's this is new. This is uncharted territory. So not only have we had one Digging C71 video with no rain, but we are now working on a second one. I really don't know what to do with myself here. Is life actually a simulation? Birds aren't real. The world's flat. If it's not flat, there's an underground civilization under there. I don't know. No rain and 2 videos of a Florida man. It's gotta be a conspiracy. Conspiracy confirmed, plain and simple. Okay, but just because rain isn't our problem doesn't mean that we don't have some problems. So welcome everybody, I am Digging Z71. My name is Dylan, welcome to the channel. If you are new here and you need a quick update, basically long story short, this was my great grandfather's 95 Z71 that I have LS swapped, that I have lowered, that I have put a turbo on, that I have been racing the guts out of, literally. So long story short, I took my grandpa's truck, I turned it into a turbo LS monster, and now it's a turbo empty air monster. Okay, so while we're speaking of this empty air over here, machine shop update. I took it to them a few weeks ago, as you know, or about 2 weeks now at this point, and they've got it torn down. They've got it taken apart. I haven't spoken to them about maybe what caused the failure or nothing yet, but I sent them the race flyer. I told those guys, I said, hey look, I am wanting to race November 13th, whether it be at a no prep here in town or a couple other little things out of town I don't want to give away just yet, but the no prep in town will be super cool to make it to, and that's November 13th. So I sent it to them. I said, hey guys, can we make this happen? And they said, we don't see any reason why not. We should be able to do that. So fingers crossed they make that happen. They hope that they can get it back together and we can make oil pressure again before November 13th, which means really ideally like the November 13th, whatever weekends before that, the 6th maybe. I don't know, the math's hard, but the weekend before that, hopefully we can have it fired up, then do some testing, and then go racing. That would be ideal, instead of always being last minute, first round, you know, we don't know what this thing's gonna do. That's how we live our life. It's kind of dangerous, but we like to live dangerously. Phew, okay. So problems. I mentioned that we had some problems that weren't rain. And, you know, they're not major problems, but it's the state of the world that we live in. I mean, if we're honest, that's the real problem here. But what that means for us today is that we're waiting on parts. And I don't mean necessarily like motor parts, because yeah, we're waiting on the motor, and I don't really know what the status is, other than they think that we're gonna make it in time for that no prep race. Other than that, I don't know anything about it. I'm just leaving them alone, letting them do their thing. But the parts that I'm talking about is for this wiring that we're doing. Because if you watch the last video where we went over the hidden hurdles of race week, I mentioned that one of the things I wanted to do while the motor was apart, while it's a good time, is get rid of all of this ugly wiring, get rid of this hole in the firewall. And if I'm going to take the time and effort to put a grommet in and yada 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 and do the stuff that I should have done a long time ago, if I'm gonna do all that, I'm gonna try to clean it up. But that grommet is one of the things that we're waiting on. I ordered it a couple of days ago thinking I would have it in and I could install that at the same time we had this video rolling, but it's just not here. And kind of waiting on it, and I don't want to run my, I can't really run my wiring through the floorboard next to the trans tunnel where we plan to do it until I have that. So that's kind of aggravating here. But don't worry too much. You're still gonna get to see me drill a hole in my floor. So before we start poking holes in places, I told you guys the other day in that last video that I was gonna let the camera run while I started doing some of this wiring, and I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw those clips in there now. You guys are gonna get to see what we got done the other day. Honestly, it's not much, but I have the clips. I'm gonna put them in, you get to watch them, and I'm gonna do a little bit more before we start drilling holes, so check them out. ECU. And so I hope you enjoyed those crazy, exciting, outlandish, wild little bit of footage that we had there. I know that it was just jaw-dropping, exciting. So, but anyway, we're getting back after it right here. This stuff has been a mess for quite some time. When I installed this Holley, I had much less wiring experience than I do now. And when I say that, I'm saying that with almost no wiring experience. I have no good experience in this. I've just been taking the time and taking the effort to kind of look at what other people are doing and trying to find things in people's pictures and in their race cars and things that I'm like, oh man, that was a neat way of doing that, or I really like the way that they managed that extra wire. That's, you know, it's just little things. It's finding a way to make the best of what you got with the best tools that you have at the time. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be clean. It needs to be tidy, and it needs to be like intentional. If it feels lazy, it is lazy. And being lazy in wiring is one of the quickest ways to bite yourself in the butt. That is absolutely experience speaking. So let's talk about the mess that we've got here. And boy, is it a mess. So this main power ground harness, this is the straight power and ground of the ECU. We've got it separated. This is the transmission stuff. This basically goes to the trans, ground for the relay, switched power, and this is a lockup wire that no one uses because it's dumb. It does dumb stuff. Tip of the day, don't use that wire, it's dumb. You'll spend more time trying to figure it out than you will actually using it to work. Okay, and then next thing, this is like the main engine harness here. This one pretty much controls the whole shebang. And what I'm gonna do here is, instead of running it all out of that little hole up there, we're gonna drill one in this area. I think their trans is really far away from here. The exhaust isn't close to here. I think is going to reduce heat that the harness actually even has to travel near to some degree. It's not going to be, you know, worlds better, but it's going to keep it away from some of the heat. But most importantly is it's going to keep it like out of sight, out of mind, because it's going to exit behind the engine. You're not going to see it under the hood except for what reaches out to the extremes on the sensors. Before we can run the wires through the floor, it's the part you've all been waiting for. Let's cut a hole in my perfectly good truck. All right, here goes nothing. Hopefully this 2 1/8 inch hole saw is big enough. I got bigger, but I didn't want to cut any bigger hole than necessary. And just by putting my best eye on the harnesses, I'm thinking I can stick them through there. Might have to speed on them a little bit, but we'll see. So here goes nothing. What y'all think? Right there? Look, I get to this spot. Can y'all see? No, can't see. Oh yeah, what about right there? I think that's gonna do her. Y'all say a prayer. Oh boy. Whoa, Jesus Lord, that was freaking bouncing around on me. What do we got going on here? Something feels jank. Milwaukee trying to break my wrist. What we got going on here? Come on. Told y'all to wish me luck. This is fighting me. I don't know if it's because I can't get on there square. Jeez Louise! Dang, as soon as I start getting a bite, it tries to take off on me. Jeez! See that? Look at there. I thought I was cooking with some grease. What the heck is going on here, man? Something is goofed up with this. I don't know what the heck. Do y'all know? What in the world? It's like the drill bit don't want to do something. Jeez, what the freaking heck, man? I don't know if this drill bit has got something to do with it. Like, if it ain't quite long enough, I don't know what in the heck, though. This is aggravating as heck. The whole time. I just had to move the drill bit out a little bit. It was like a 1/16 of an inch too far in. Look at there. I fixed that and it cuts the hole perfectly fine. Look at there, look at there. Fresh, shiny, brand new harness hole gonna go in. As soon as our grommet shows up. That's about that's all we can do till it gets here. And it's gonna be a few days because we have some plans, fellas. If you know what you're looking at there. That's No Mercy. And Austin and I, well, tomorrow after work, we're loading up and we're going. So that is right. Austin and I, obviously, I'm not doing any racing tonight or this weekend. There's nothing really set up good for Austin's car this weekend. So we, you know, this is a habit. Austin and I have gone to the No Mercy and into the Lights Out races every single time for like the past 4 years. And we don't plan on breaking our habits anytime soon. So yes, after work tomorrow, we are going to head to No Mercy. It is an awesome, awesome race. So anybody who does not know what that is, it is basically, I would say Lights Out is the biggest small tire drag radial race in the country. No Mercy, I would say, is like the best racing because it's at the end of the year. The air is good. It's October. October in the South isn't perfect, but it's good. The track, South Georgia Motorsports Park, is really good. It is among, if it's not the best track, it is probably like top 3 in terms of like surface prep track. It is off the chain. It is phenomenal. So you have really good weather, you have really good track, and then you have really good cars. So these are all drag radial cars. They are the fastest ones on radials. They are the fastest cars, period. And it goes down at No Mercy. These guys have had all year, all season, all the freaking racing they've done to get ready for No Mercy. It's like the World Series of drag radial racing at the end of the season. It is awesome, and we're going to it. So although you're not getting any racing out of me this weekend, you're not getting any racing out of Austin this weekend, you are going to get to go trackside and pit side with us there. We have a couple of buddies who are racing. We got Ryan with the Diesel Nova. We're gonna stop by, we're gonna see what he's got going on. That thing is freaking incredible. Short story on it is that it is a billet 5.9 based Cummins, and it is in a 60-something Nova. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we'll ask him. So stick around for those videos this weekend. We're going to catch up with the guys from Motion. There are lots and lots of guys there that we're going to stop and talk to, hang out with, see what they're doing. They have a No Time Pro Truck Shootout, so there is some big names in the truck racing world that are they're going to be hammering down for this event. So lots to be excited for, so look forward to that video as well. And in the meantime, on our side of the world over here, I'm gonna get busy. I'm gonna start pulling some of this out. Not much more I can do until that grommet shows up. Not much more I can do, you know, until the motor gets back. But so there's not much more I can do until that grommet shows up. There are a couple of little electrical pieces and accessories I'm waiting on to come in, some organization tools that I'm going to use. And so until those things show up, I'm kind of a duck in the water here. But really looking forward to getting this harness cleaned up, hidden away, tucked away, and then really looking forward to maybe some cold nickel bobs, at least a few of those, and some really good racing with really good friends all this weekend. All right, and so guys, that is it. That's gonna do it for today's video. I am DigginsE71. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around through the misery of me just trying to drill a simple hole in the floor. I did not think that that was gonna be that hard, but I left it in there because you really get to see what really happens around here. No holds bar. That's the way that things go all the time, and you just gotta laugh about it sometimes. But like I said, thanks for tuning in. I'm DigginsE71. Thanks for watching. Keep digging. We'll see you next time.